In the previous video, we have read about bacteria, their size, shape, movement, etc., and also their useful role in medicine. And today we are going to start from nitrogen fixing bacteria, or the role of bacteria in agriculture. As we all know, air contains 78% nitrogen. But plant cannot take nitrogen from the air directly. There are certain bacteria which help the plant to fix nitrogen. So there is a bacteria called Rhizobium present in the soil, has symbiotic relationship with the leguminous plant such as beans. They are found on the root nodules of the leguminous plants. They pick up free nitrogen from the soil atmosphere and convert it into soluble nitrates. And these nitrates are used by the host plant and also by other plants sown later in the same soil. Plants need nitrogen for synthesizing proteins. And as I have told, they cannot make use of the free atmospheric nitrogen. They can obtain it only in the form of nitrates by absorbing from the soil through roots. These nitrates are replenished in the soil by the bacteria through the process of nitrification. For this, some bacteria first convert the nitrogenous waste of animals and the dead remains of the plants and animals into ammonia. Ammonia is then converted into ammonium compound, which in turn are first converted into nitrites by bacteria such as Nitrosomonas, and then nitrates by bacteria such as Nitrobacter. Then these nitrates are absorbed by the plants for protein synthesis. So Rhizobium first convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates, which are absorbed by plants. Then those plants are eaten by animals. When both plants and animals die, bacteria feed them and convert the nitrogenous waste into ammonia. That ammonia again converts into nitrites with the help of bacteria called Nitrosomonas, and that is again converted into nitrates by bacteria such as Nitrobacter. In industrial nitrogen fixation, nitrogen combines with hydrogen under high pressure and high temperature to yield ammonia, which in turn oxidizes to form nitrates or ammonium salts. There are certain bacteria such as Pseudomonas and Bacillus denitrificans break down the soil nitrates to release nitrogen gas that enters the atmosphere. This process is called denitrification. Decay means complete breakdown of organic matter by bacteria without giving out a foul smell. Putrefaction means incomplete breakdown of organic matter by bacteria, emitting a foul smell. Bacteria have a very extensive use in industry. For example, different flavors of tea are produced by certain bacteria. Leather tanning is primarily brought about by sunlight, but certain bacteria break down the soft, perishable part of the skin. There are certain bacteria which spoil cooked food, milk, fruits, vegetable, etc. by the process of decay, or we can say fermentation, especially during summer. This spoilage may sometimes be to the extent of causing food poisoning. There is a bacteria named Clostridium botulinum which cause very serious food poisoning called botulism. This bacteria is found in tinned and sealed foods. The affected cans get distended at their ends with gas which gushes into the opening. So such suspected food should be completely discarded. It is very necessary to preserve food. So there are certain methods which can make our food free of disease germs. So now let's read about the food preservation methods. First one is boiling or heating at high temperature, also called sterilization. Boiling water can kill all bacteria except their spores. But spores can also be killed at temperature about 110 degrees Celsius with increased pressure as in autoclave or in cooker. Salting is the common method of preserving foods like fish, pickles, etc. for a long period of time. By mixing this food with salts, their biodegradation is prevented under normal conditions. Certain bacteria cannot grow without water. So dehydration or drying is an effective method of preservation. For example, grains, meats, fish, vegetables, etc. Dried milk powder is another excellent example. Next is irradiation. Radioactive radiation has been tried in sterilizing certain foods without themselves becoming radioactive. Similarly, ultraviolet light is also used to kill microbes and to sterilize the air in schools, hospitals, and factories. It is also used for killing mold spores in bakeries. Pasteurization is mainly applied to sterilize milk. The milk is heated to a temperature of about 60 degrees for a period of 30 minutes and then chilled quickly. This kind of shock kills a majority of bacteria that are present in it. Microbes such as bacteria or molds do not grow and multiply at below the freezing point of water. So refrigerators are used for chilling of milk and keeping vegetables and fruits. So this is another popular method of preserving food items. Frozen fish and frozen vegetables even keep fresh for a long time. Next is bacterial diseases in plants and animals. So bacteria cause disease in plants. Two common diseases of plants are black rot of mustard and cauliflower and bacterial blight of cowpea. Common bacterial diseases of cattle among animals are anthrax and tuberculosis. Common bacterial diseases of humans are whooping cough caused by the bacteria Bordetella pertussis, cholera by Vibrio cholerae, tuberculosis caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Next is diphtheria caused by Corynebacterium diphtheria. Typhoid caused by Salmonella typhi. Pneumonia is caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae. And tetanus is caused by Clostridium tetani. Next is about bioweapons. Means the use of biological toxin or infectious agents such as bacteria, viruses, fungi or insects with the intent to kill humans, animals or plant as an act of war. We can also say it is a germ bombs which when exploded may simply release disease germs such as anthrax bacteria which may take epidemic shape and cause widespread death generation after generation.